This here is a 1949 JI Case LA. Just gonna walk around it here. I've got enough tractors currently, so I'm gonna offer this one for sale. So just gonna make this video for anybody who might be interested in this tractor. I'm gonna kind of go over it and show you everything in depth. Maybe save you a trip if you wanted to come and look at it. So we can start right at the front here. Let's take a look in the radiator. It is up on coolant. I've had it running for a little bit. It's clean, and I think last time I checked it, it was good to 20 below or something like that. So you're good on the coolant. I think I put a new gasket in this radiator cap when I was working on it last. The grill is in good shape. This screen leaves a little bit to be desired. It looks like there might be maybe right there in the grill behind the screen is dinged up. It's not perfect, but it's in pretty nice shape. The radiator core is really nice. Get in here and take a look at it. This fan's on backwards. I don't know, whoever worked on it last did that. It needs to be flipped around to work properly, but it's not hurting anything. It doesn't get hot. This engine, I did a little bit of work to it. It was stuck when I got it, and it wasn't really rusty inside, but it just had been stuck from sitting. I got it free. I did a little bit to I flushed out the oil pan, cleaned everything out in there. It's got fresh 1540 Rotella in it. It's got a fresh oil filter. I think I changed some valve keepers or something out up top. So engine runs good. I think it will puff a little bit of smoke. Like, it's got worn valve guides probably, so when it sits in idles for a while and you throttle it up, it'll puff a little smoke, but I'll show you that. I ran this tractor on a dyno. It made just shy of 62 horse, so the engine is healthy for the, that way. Front tires are not the greatest. They've sat flat right here, and they've got some pretty serious cracking. Tread's good, but tires are rough. Front rims are in really good shape. I've not had the front hubs apart. Haven't done any wheel bearing greasing or anything like that. This tire is the same way. It's got those bad spots from sitting, and they are pretty rough. They do hold air for the most part. I think about once or twice a year I've put air in those tires. For the most part, the electrical system on it is not hooked up. There's not much to it on these. You got a generator, battery, and lights. That's it. But I do not have it hooked up. I'm thinking I messed with the generator and it wasn't charging correctly, but I might not be remembering that correct. Manifold is in really good shape on this one. The elbow's in really good shape. I took the air cleaner and all the internal stuff apart, put new oil in that. That's good. All these handhole covers have been pulled off. Everything inside was flushed out, cleaned out, scrubbed out. The pan is spotless. There's no sludge in this engine. And all the gaskets were replaced on those. I did the same on the clutch. I pulled the side covers off, cleaned that all out, flushed it out. That's got fresh oil in the clutch. If you're not familiar with these, they are an over center style hand clutch, and they are an oil bath. The rear tires on it are in actually pretty darn good shape. There's some minimal cracking where they've sat over the years, but they're in, I think, if you ask me, they're in really good shape. I don't think there's any bad spots in them. They do not have fluid in them, and these rims are in excellent condition, which is awesome. It does come with one set of rear wheel weights on it. Inside of the fuel tank is pretty well spotless on this thing. There's no rust. There's a little line in the bottom where there's some like varnish. There's just a little discoloration, but there's no rust in that tank at all. Sheet metal on the front, you can see a little ding there, but I mean, it's really nice. This is a good example of about as straight of an LA I don't know, that might even be a manufacturing mark, but there's a little something right there. But this is about as nice of an LA, I think, as you're going to find, you know, in its work clothes. Maybe if one had a serious restoration, it would be a little bit better. But this one is it's really nice. Caught my eye. I just got so much stuff. I know I'm not going to stop collecting, so it's an opportunity to offer this one for sale. Belt pulley works good. There is a little bit of drivetrain noise, and you'll hear that, and it goes away when you disconnect the rear end, and I think it's on this shaft right here, and I just haven't had time to mess with it, but there's a little bit of a bearing growl, I think, on that shaft. This tire is same condition. The rim is the same condition as the other one. Really good shape. Yeah, matching set of rear wheel weights here. Inside of the fenders are really nice. I think for the most part this thing has the original wiring on it. These don't have a dipstick, or I'd show you the oil. Well, yeah, I can show it to you. Should be up to the upper plug here. Get a little closer. See, it's really clean, fresh oil. It's only got a few hours of runtime on it. While we're down here, I can show you front pivot on this thing is tight. The oil pan's in nice condition. The rear pivot's nice. Everything takes grease the way it should. That's not oil, I just kind of hosed the dust off of it, so there's a little bit of water on stuff. Looks like you may have a little bit of an axle seal seep or a master cylinder or a wheel cylinder leak. It's a little bit damp looking around that drum. The hydraulic rear brakes on this do not work. I haven't had a chance to mess with them. I think I put some fluid in it and they didn't make any difference. So I would plan on basically rebuilding the brakes on it. Like I said, the rear fenders are really nice. You get a little bit of a divot there. I don't know if this one's got anything. A little wrinkle here. But they are about as straight as you're going to find them. This one does have rear PTO and hydraulics. It's got the swinging drawbar. There's that side of the hub and that side over there. And there's your master cylinders for your brakes. Drawbar has been broken at some point right here, and somebody broke it and welded it back up. And this hammer strap is welded solid to the bottom part, so I was actually going to cut that off, but it doesn't hurt anything. It's got case couplers on the ends there, but you could change it out to Pioneer if you wanted. It's just 1/2-inch pipe. Seat is in really good shape. All the pivots and stuff work correctly. Steering wheel is in really good condition. That's how much play is in it, and that is coming from the steering box. There's no play in the tie rods or anything like that. There's your rear work light. There's your brake pedals. Your hydraulics. Somebody relocated the start button to over here. Side to side play on your hand clutch lever. Not a lot. PTO shield is in perfect condition. Here's your serial number, 5329283. It's got all the original gauges in it. I believe they're all working correctly. The oil pressure gauge is sometimes sticky. I've never got it very warm. I think the temperature gauge works. I'm not for sure. That might not work. It's got shutter control, but it does not have shutters on it, so don't worry about that. The lights aren't hooked up, like I mentioned, and neither is the charging system. Here's a little better look over those fenders. Like I said, really straight. Inside and out. Someone at some point cut this part of the floor pan out. That's where the toolbox would have sat. They must have done a fair bit of belt work or something with it and wanted a better view to line it up. I do not have that toolbox or that piece of floor, so keep that in mind. The handbrake, parking brake does work. It's got plenty of adjustment left. Somebody added this piece of channel iron to extend the platform, and it is welded onto the platform, so that won't come right off. You'll have to cut it off if you don't like that. But let me start it up here. So, it should be good. Oil pressure comes right up on it. There, you can kind of hear that gear noise now. Goes away completely. Starts as soon as you bring it back up. It's a really good running engine. Like I said, it made a little over 60 horse on a dyno. Kick that clutch in. There you can see the PTO's working, and I'll show you the hydraulics do. They're just kind of deadheaded there, so they screech, but the hydraulics work both directions. Take the parking brake off. Reverse. And first. Second gear, go third, we can throw it into, where are we at? Fourth. Straight down, that should be fourth. Well, there you go. So that's all the gears working. So hopefully this video helps anybody that's possibly interested in buying this thing. So I'll put the link to the sale ad in the description of this video, and if it's sold, I will mark it sold in the description. So thanks for looking.